misses. Now we are flight attendants, feisty flight attendants, independent and resplendent. Coffee to your GrandDad and me.
Hi everyone, it's me, Allie-Grace, and I'm here with my granddad.
Hey guys, glad you're with us today. Hey Allie-Grace, I've got some questions.
GrandDad's got questions. Yeehaw!
All right, well, I do. I've got questions. Can you get any goofier than all this?
I don't think so. It's perfect.
All right, here's my first question. You ready? Mm-hmm. Okay. When was I've always, ever since you were 2, it seems like, you've always been doing gymnastics, and I've always loved that. But how did you really get started? And do you remember starting?
I do. It really started as physical therapy after my surgery when I was really little. Because, my legs were all stuck and stuff, and so, like, walking on a beam and getting that hand-eye coordination, all of that was a big deal. My first memory was it was upstairs in the gymnastics room. My coach was Miss Brooks, which I love her so much, and it was just like putting your hands down on there's like these little hand mats and to do a handstand and walking on the beam and stuff like that. So that's how I really got started. And then it just took off after that. I just never stopped.
What was there a day early you remember that you think, oh, I think I can do this?
It was really the day that I was at gymnastics, and I remember the day that I was done with gymnastics, and because I saw the door to the cheer side of the gym, and that was the moment that I was like, the whole gym was white and red and blue, and that was the only thing in the whole gym that was black. And I was like, why is that? And it was covered in glitter. And I was like, I want to know what is on the other side of that door. And I just remember my mom going, no, don't show her, don't show her. And my coach opened that door, and it was just bows and glitter and screaming and flipping and throwing. And I was like, oh, this is where I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be on this side of the gym. And so that was the day that I was like, I found my thing.
I never heard that before. I love hearing that.
It is
wow.
my cheer origin story. And I just remember my mom being like, oh no, here we go. She's figured it out. She knows.
So did you ever have a time when, and it's one thing to train and to be with your other guys. Did you ever have to step out in front of a crowd and actually lead people in cheering? Do you remember that?
Well, yeah, many times. Like, so the first time that you're really on your own doing something is tryouts, right? So you go to tumbling classes, you go to stunt classes and all of that thing, and you're with a bunch of people, right? And you're all doing the same thing. And then for tryouts, you have to take all of those skills that you've gathered and go out there and do it on your own. And they're just like, okay, do this flip, do this running pass, do this. And you're like this. You're shaking in your boots, and you're with all of your friends, all of the coaches, like it's nobody foreign. But when you have to stand up there on your own, you're like, my name's Allie-Grace, and I'm gonna flip now. Like, it is petrifying, and it gets easier over time, but that's like really when you're alone doing it. Other than that, it is really like a group setting.
What about I know you've had injuries in your life. Do you remember an early one that was kind of a setback that you decided not to let it be a setback?
The biggest one was when I broke my arm. I was trying to do an aerial outside, and it had just rained. It was all rainy, and I, snapped both bones.
Wait, what's an aerial? What is
an aerial is, what a cartwheel is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's cartwheel, no arms. So you just jump and you gotta woo. And my leg slipped, broke my arm. I was like, ooh. And my arm was all sorts of directions. And I just remember the first thing I said was, do you think I can still compete? And everyone was like, I don't think so. Get this girl to the doctor. And I had 2 surgeries on it, rods, screws, all the things. And that was probably a year of surgeries and physical therapy and stuff. And I mean, the moment that I could straighten my arm back out, I was doing cheer still, and I was in a cast. Like, I tried to like squeeze my uniform over the big old cast I had. My mom was like, "We can get it, just pull it over." I mean, I was out there, my arm was bent, and I was still waving. Nothing was gonna make me sit down, but oh yeah, that was the biggest one, and they were really concerned that I wasn't gonna have full motion back and all of that. And I was like, "No, it's me. Come on, we're gonna be back there."
What's something you learned that about maybe in being part of a team, because it's such an individual thing, as you were describing it's so individual, but then you have to come together as a team and work in unison. I've seen that. I've seen you do that. What's that about? What did you learn from being part of a team like that?
I mean, basically everything, right? I mean, it's so much. You learn you can be like, okay, you know what? You're really annoying me today. Like, usually we're friends, you're really annoying me today. But no matter what, if she's coming down from a stunt, she's falling, you're going to be flat out on the floor and she's not going to hit the ground. You know, you'd be like, okay, you're annoying me, but I'm still going to ride for you and save your life, right? I mean, learning how to like put that aside and still work together and come together and make something that's beautiful, knowing that, just because I'm in the back of something doesn't mean I'm less important. Just because she's in the front doesn't mean she's better than me. It is it's a humbling experience. It is a family situation where you're like, no matter what is going on outside, the moment that we are stepping foot on this mat, we are family and we are here for each other. And that is a huge, huge thing for me that it has always stuck with me, and I'm always like, okay, I learned that from cheer for sure.
Wow, that's great. Now I know later on you became a flyer, right? Flyer? Mm-hmm. How did is that something you literally worked your way up to get to be up there on the top and have people throwing you around and stuff?
Well, at first I was teensy tiny starting, and so they just throw the smallest girls up there. I was younger, so in school cheer, I was, I think, 7th grade, and we were on the high school team, so that was easier. And then after that, I mean, you work really hard. You go to all your stunt classes, and you have flyer training and stretch training and all of that. Once you're on All-Star, I was a base, here and there, and then I was doing co-ed, which is just one guy, one girl. But that, I mean, it's cutthroat to be up top, especially in the all-star world. The moment somebody is like an ounce smaller or a hair shorter, they're up on top. And so, yeah, you really do have to stay on top of it. But it was always the scariest thing, the thought of being a base. I was like, I never want to be a base. I never want to be a base. And the moment that I would think
it'd be scarier being up there on top, being thrown around and all.
No, I mean, it's like you're on top of the world. I mean, when you're up there, you're like, woohoo, it's me, and I'm here, and I'm so excited, and I'm tossed. Like, you're not even scared of hitting the ground, You're just like, I'm just happy to fly and be in the sky. And it was more scary. I'm like, gosh, that's so scary being underneath, because you can get kicked, punched, thrown to the ground. I mean, it is brutal down there. But once I got the opportunity to be a base, I loved it. It's so fun.
And you have so much responsibility. I mean, obviously the girl can get hurt badly if you don't do your base job correctly, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I mean, it's one of the biggest rules is that the flyer never hits the ground. You are a mattress on the ground. You will spread out, flail to the ground to catch somebody who's coming down from the air. And if they hit the ground, everyone's running, everyone's doing conditioning. It's like a big deal. Even if it's just like a finger or a toe, like coaches are like, nope, that's your top priority. And so you do really become like a human trampoline when you're on the bottom. You're just like, I don't care. I don't know who's coming down, but I'm here first. I'm blocking you. It is scary.
Was there a moment that comes back as an embarrassing little moment or embarrassing big moment that?
Gosh, I mean, again, so many. I mean, it's always the things like the most little things where you're like, okay, my job for this section is to pick up a sign. you never will drop that sign until you're out in front of everybody, right? Like, that's happened to me before, and I'm like, I've never dropped a sign, and I just totally missed it, dropped it, it's on film forever, and I'm like, gosh, okay.
Ever have it upside down?
Yep, I've had it upside down before. Sure did. I think one big one, it was raining. This was in college. It was raining at a game, and it was super light raining. Everyone just had, like, a couple drops in their hair. And I had a sign, and what you have to do with the sign is, like, pop it to show the crowd. You, like, pop it forward. Well, mine had water on it. So when I popped it, it poured down. So we had to, like, we gathered at the end of the game. I think it was halftime. And my coach goes, Allie-Grace, what happened to you? And I was drenched. I mean, my spray tan, I was, like, striped, like, white, orange. And everyone else just looked like they had a nice little glow. And I, like, lipstick was down. My lashes were, like, sticking out. And, yeah, it was just because I didn't do the sign right. And I looked horrible. That was beyond embarrassing.
Oh, my gosh. I love that. Hey, guys, we're gonna stop now. We're going to hear more from Allie-Grace. In fact, Allie-Grace is actually working on a book, right?
I sure am.
About cheer and all the things that it meant to her, and so we're gonna bring you along on that whole journey with her, and as she writes her book on cheerleading, and I've seen a couple of things from it. You're gonna love that. It's really gonna be good. We're gonna come back in just a minute with photographic memories. We've kind of moved back, and we've got Allie-Grace. We've got a couple of really cool people that are coming to join us to play along with the first time we've really been playing it as a game, photographic memories as a game.
So excited.
Come back. We'll see you back in a minute.
Hey, 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1.
Coming this spring, 2 bits, 4 bits, The Hidden Costs of Becoming a Cheerleader by Allie-Grace.
All right, we're here with photographic memories, and for the first time, guys, we're going to be playing a game, the photographic memories game with a couple of friends of ours. This is Gail and Ben.
Hi.
Welcome to the show,
Hi,
guys.
everyone.
Welcome to GrandDad and Me. This is one of the photographs from the studio. So, in this photograph, there's a cowboy-looking guy, and we thought this would be fun since it's rodeo time in Houston, so we thought we'd have a little cowboy theme. And this cowboy here, and Gail, you may know this really, really well, but this guy he was a singing cowboy, and he was either Gene Autry, Tex Ritter, or Sunset Carson. Sunset Carson. So do you guys think y'all let me put your heads together or say individually, who do you think this cowboy is?
I think it's Tex Ritter.
I think that's a great guess. I don't know. Sounds like a cowboy name.
Why would you say Tex Ritter?
Because Jean sounds like a girl's name. I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
And Sunset Carson, you mispronounced the name the first time, so I'm thinking that's your one of your first times saying it.
That is so good, Benjamin, because I thought the same thing. I thought, the fact I can't even say the name is probably going to be a hint. That's not him.
That's a great catch, too. That's really good.
Very good. So, do you agree, Gail, with Ben, and you think it's Tex Ritter, or you think it's somebody else?
He's a very smart young man. And when you started, you said, Gail, you probably know this. I'm not quite sure how old you think I am, but let me just clarify that all of these people, I don't even know who Sunset Carson is, but all of these people were before my time. I really want that on the record. However,
I got you.
I
can top you on that, Gail. They're even before my time, which really puts that's another 20 years between me and you. So
I feel better about both of us. I'm going with my grandson, and I know who Gene Autry is, but I'm going to go with Tex Ritter as well. I don't remember what Gene Autry looks like or Tex Ritter, but I'm going with Tex Ritter.
All right, great. Well, You're right.
We did it.
Tex Ritter, yeah. That's
Good
right.
job, Benjamin.
Way to go, Benjamin. So we're going to go back to that same picture. Now we have our second question. This guy over here on the left-hand side of the picture is named Fred Kanata. You know him about as well as Tex Ritter, right, Ben?
Totally.
Well, Fred was he ran a bunch of theaters in Houston when they had movie theaters. There was a bunch of movie theaters called the Horowitz Theaters, and he was in charge of them. And so one of the deals he did was he did stunts. Back before they had TV, Ben and Gail, it was before your time too with television. And so back before those, they had at the movie theaters, to get people to be aware of what films were on and stuff, they would do stunts. They would have things that they would do to try to draw attention. And so one of Fred's jobs was to create stunts at the movie theater to get people to come and see whatever movie was on. And so he did one of these three stunts. He gathered a herd of donkeys and brought them to into the theater and also to another event that was going on in town. Or he had a popcorn blizzard. He took tons and tons of popcorn in the balcony and he threw them over the edge of the balcony and kind of snowed people with popcorn. Or he got 30 singing cowboys, famous singing cowboys, to all come together at his theater and on one Saturday day and perform. So which one of these is true? Columbo, Ben?
They all sound very believable.
Well, thanks. Take a guess.
Oh boy. I'm gonna think. Oh boy. I'm gonna think maybe a herd of donkeys.
Okay, well, Gail, Ben is guessed number one on our guesses here. He's guessing it's a herd of donkeys that Fred Kanata brought a herd of donkeys in. Do you have a different guess?
Well, I'm thinking it would really be hard to corral a herd of donkeys in a theater. I think a popcorn blizzard would be a big mess to clean up. I'm going to go, Benjamin, what do you think about 30 singing cowboys? You don't have to clean up after them, and they're easier to get on. Good point. And they're easier to get on stage. What do you think about that, Benjamin?
I think 30 Singing Cowboys he probably would have done, but Herd of Donkeys would also be cool. So we should split and see who's right.
Oh my goodness, I really thought it was
about that.
The Cowboys. Wow.
Did you? Did you? All right.
Yes.
Wow.
2 for 2.
Oh.
Hey,
Great
okay,
job,
let me tell you the
Benjamin.
story, guys. This in 1928, Houston had the Democratic National Convention came to Houston, and Will Horowitz was the guy. Was actually this guy's boss. Fred Kanata's boss was Will Horowitz, and he owned 6 theaters in Houston. He sent Fred Kanata down to the Valley in Texas to to get a herd of donkeys, and he put them on a train, and he had to babysit these donkeys all the way back to Houston. And so when he got to Houston, he brought the donkeys into the theater, but then he also they took him over to the convention center that they built just for the National Convention in Houston. It was where the Coliseum wound up being, and now it's the Tuts Theaters over there were on the ground where this was had. But they wound up giving some of the donkeys away to the different people that came to the convention. So great guess, man. Really good. Way to go, Ben. You got it.
Yeah.
I love it. You're Columbo second there, man. You figured it all out. I'm impressed. Oh,
Yeah.
hey guys, we're going to let you go with our Photographic Memories home game, along with our thanks for being with us on our first actual Photographic Memories game. So thank you guys.
you.
We appreciate you.
It's a grand life for a